Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into today's video. This video is called Nadine and the Spawn of Nadine. And the reason it's called that is that we're going to have a look at two storms that could impact us in the next week. First of all, the Spawn of Nadine being generated using the humid remains from ex-Hurricane Nadine that's sitting over the Azores, and then at the end of next week we may even see the remains of Hurricane Nadine herself coming up towards us. So we're going to run through the chart to have a quick look at what's going on. So this is the forecast from the high resolution NAE model. This is where we're going to start. This is for 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday morning. We see a massive, very heavy rain starting to move onto the south coast and down across southwest England. Some really torrential rain in there, and that is the low pressure associated with the spawn of Hurricane Nadine, the low pressure that I explained yesterday, that's formed using the tropical origin air from the remains of Hurricane Nadine, but sitting over the Azores Islands as an area of low pressure. Now, if you have a look at another high resolution model, this is again from the Met Office. This is the Herland model, another one of their high resolution models. This is for 12 o'clock lunchtime on Sunday, and again we see we've got this area of heavy rain moving here across the southern counties of England up towards central and some parts of Wales, the Midlands, over towards East Anglia. Now I think we've got the general pattern on this storm nailed down now, but there's still quite a lot of discrepancy with the timings of how the low pressure comes northward. So let's have a quick run through the lower resolution models, starting off with the GFS model. This is the situation at 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. There's the low pressure that's been spawned off the main area of low pressure that's sitting over the Azores. That is the storm that we're interested in for Sunday and into Monday. Now at 6 o'clock in the morning, the GFS model has this low pressure well to the south of the country. Remember, the high resolution NAE model from the Met Office was already bringing rain at 6 o'clock in the morning into southern counties, but this model, the GFS, wants to keep the low pressure further southwestwards to start on Sunday. So that means that the rain will be delayed. Just about all areas should still be dry if it's right at 6 o'clock on Sunday morning. But let's run through. That low pressure moves northward, so it will start to bring heavy rain in across southern areas. But even at midnight on Monday, the latest chart from the GFS model still has this low pressure down to the south. This is still bringing heavy rain across the central and southern parts of England, but it's having a job, this low pressure, to push northwards through Sunday. But it does eventually get northwards, so that's going to 6 o'clock in the morning on Monday. That low pressure is now starting to push up in towards more central areas of England. A major area of low pressure there, 995 millihours, but this is all a bit slower, I think, so we'll be looking at rain gradually setting in across southern counties of England through the course of Sunday, and then probably not pushing northwards until Sunday night. And Monday now could be the really wet day, if this is right. Now, as I say, there is discrepancy with the timings, so we do have to be careful about what's going to happen. But the broad pattern is there, which is that low pressure to form and push northwards, just how quickly it does it. So this is a precipitation forecast from the GFS model, 6 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and just the extreme southwest coming into the rain. The bulk of the country, many of these southern counties, still dry. As we run through the charts, well, this is the chart for 6 o'clock in the evening, so I've gone on 12 hours. This is 6 o'clock in the evening on Sunday. The rain is there across England and Wales. Quite heavy down to the southeast, lighter probably through the Midlands and through Wales, just a normal area of rain down there. And the really heavy stuff then gets going as we go in towards Sunday night into Monday morning. There's the torrential rain now beginning to appear, more particularly across Wales and southwest England, but we can't take that too seriously. Where the most heaviest of the rain is going to be something that we won't be able to answer until the event actually gets going. And there we go into Monday, 12 o'clock Monday lunchtime. That rain is really heavy now, sitting across England and Wales, giving it a washout day. But it looks as though Monday could be just as wet, or perhaps even wetter across these southern areas as Sunday. And that's all happening because the low pressure is taking longer to push northwards on this model. Now, this is the Met Office chart from the UK Met Office. This is for lunchtime on Sunday, 12 o'clock midday. There's the low pressure down to the southwest. Again, this brings rain into southern areas, as we saw on the NAE model. And then as we go forward 12 hours to midnight Monday, that low pressure there is sitting just off the south coast. This is bringing rain, I think, to much of Wales, the Midlands, East Anglia, and torrential rain probably across these southern areas. Really struggling though to get up into northern England most likely with this one. This is the ECMWF. This is for midnight on Sunday. We can only go through 24 hours steps with the ECMWF. There's the low pressure down in the Atlantic. Going forward to 24 hours, and that low pressure has come northwards, and it's bringing a really heavy rain in across the southern and southwestern parts of the country. But again, this is quite a slow process, I think, to get this low pressure northwards. So it does imply that away from southern areas, parts of northern England in particular could have a fairly reasonable day on Sunday, with the rain not really getting going until Sunday night. But in the south, I think the rain will sit on Sunday. This is the GEM, the Canadian. There's the low pressure again around the Bay of Biscay at midnight on Sunday. Going forward 24 hours, that low pressure pushing northwards, bringing that heavy rain northwards, torrential rain. We're not limiting the rain extent with this, but rain will still be heavy and torrential. It's just the timings that we're having a bit of a job to nail down. But once the rain gets going and this low pressure pushes northwards, I think the rain could well be very heavy. Now, this is a bit of a different one. This is the JMA model, the Japanese model. I don't use this very often. This has the low pressure. That's the low pressure there, this kink in the isobars here, and this T. Low pressure with this one at midnight on Monday is much less extensive. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure why this isn't deepening the low pressure properly or developing the low pressure properly. But it's something to bear in mind that even now at this late stage, the models still aren't all in total agreement. Now, as we go through the week, next week we have to worry about Nadine herself. This is the low pressure that is the remains of Hurricane Nadine. This is what's spawning the low pressure that we've got to coming northwards on Sunday and into Monday. That's the actual storm itself sitting just off the coast of Portugal. Now, if I run through this, just look where that low pressure goes. By Wednesday, that low pressure is sitting right over Spain, giving some really torrential rain, gale force winds across Spain. That'd be absolutely horrendous for anybody going on holiday to Spain next week, could be. But look where this low pressure goes, then it moves northwards through France. It may come up in towards the British Isles. So if it does, that'll give us another bout of very wet weather through the middle and latter stages of next week. This is the ECMWF again. There's the storm. That is the remains of Nadine. That's causing all the trouble really over the next week or so. That's moving in towards Spain and Portugal through the middle of next week. And there's the low pressure there, actually just off the coast of Portugal. Very intense storm. If we go on further, we can see that that low pressure eventually moves from there around northern Spain and Portugal on Saturday the 29th of September, and it pushes northwards to be sitting over Denmark by Sunday the 30th. So what's happening there is that within 24 hours that storm is running up across France, possibly across the British Isles as well, and ending up 24 hours later into Denmark. Now, that's a very long way off. It's very, very speculative what that storm that is the remains of Hurricane Nadine is going to do, but we do have to keep an eye on it over the next few days. It could come up and give us another bout of very wet weather through the middle and latter stages of next week. But in the meantime, we've got Sunday's storm to contend with. I think it will certainly push some rain into southern England through the course of Sunday. How far north that rain gets on Sunday itself, open to question, but certainly by Monday, I think we're all looking at a very wet and unsettled scene. It'll be cold as well. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll be doing a 7-day forecast tomorrow, so come back for that. But that's all for now.